Hello and welcome. We have a very unique build today. This is a motherboard that I got in a very strange way, I might say. You see, it's Olive's birthday on Sunday, and I decided I wanted to clean and get rid of as much of my old crap as I could, and of course, pop some of it open to see what was inside. So, let's go ahead and rewind to me accidentally discovering this. So I'm trying to get rid of some old hardware that I just don't have a use for. And I got this mystery Juniper net screen, and I couldn't help but notice when I took this off, that appears to be just a standard micro ATX motherboard. Now how do I get it out? Oh, I missed a screw. Alright, so I found some extra screws. I've got a couple more to get off on the side. I'm literally just trying to take care of some of my old trash and get that out of my apartment. But, like, we've got a hard drive, got just a regular motherboard in there. Huh. I gotta get this out of here somehow. Alright. Survey says. Okay, we got an IDE hard drive that Ugh, this thing is dusty. Looks like a Flex ATX power supply. Oh, God. Yeah, this is... Oof. I don't see any bad capacitors, which is kind of cool. Intel. I don't know what that is, but this is the chipset says copyright 2001 on it, and it's got what appears to be DDR1 slots. So this is probably a Pentium 4 board. Yeah, this looks like standard micro ATX. Let's get this thing out of here. Oh, that is sticky. Ugh. Okay. This didn't power on when I plugged it in, which is why I was planning on trashing it. So I bet you this power supply is dead. Let's get this out. We might have a video on this. Okay, we got this just about out. Phone cam is almost over here. I just need to figure out the front panel. So the red LED, it's our power LED, is bottom left. Our green LED, which I think is network activity, is going to be top left. And of course, green and black is our power switch, which is just to the top right there. Oh, well, that is all that I need to know. The board is free. We are not going to reuse this kind of swanky IDE cable. It's it's cool. Got a couple of... It's just sticky, and I don't like it. So, I also don't think I'm even going to bother trying to save this Flex ATX power supply because it only has a P4 connector, a motherboard connector, and a single Molex. This is not really useful for anything else. Could probably save the fans, but I got a lot of 40mm fans. I don't think I need any more. So I think that's going to be where we stop for saving things. We're just going to pull the motherboard and call it good. So, yeah. I guess back in the day, Juniper used to use standard micro ATX motherboards in their NetScreen appliances. That's a rack mount firewall, for those of you who aren't super into networking. Now, this appears to be a mostly complete system. We have 256 megabytes of DDR1, and this is almost assuredly going to be a Pentium 4. Now, before we dig into this free board with a free cooler and free RAM, just about everything's pretty much ready to go for an early 2000s gaming build. Let's look at some donations, because we have some crazy, crazy donations today. First, let's get you closer. First, we have this. Now, this was donated by a friend of mine. These are microfiber cloths. Hey, those are actually super useful. We have, how do I open this? Oh, this is a 3D printed box. Hey, that's pretty cool. We've got another one. Those are wicked. Okay. I'm not super sure what I'll put in these, but they probably will get used for the channel. Then we've got a... Oh, it's a light! Oh, it's got a magnet. Hey, this is actually pretty cool. Let me make sure that you guys can actually see what I'm unboxing. Well, you kinda could, but this is better. Die-hard light. Is this rechargeable, or how do I... Oh, there we go. Looks like AAA's. Perfect. And... Hey, that's actually really cool. That is going to get a lot of use. Now we've got a... Oh, this is a rechargeable hand warmer. And you know what? This is really useful. I mean, it is November, and it has been snowing all day here in Iowa. It is cold, cold. I'm using a heater, a kerosene heater, to try and stay warm in the garage here. But there's only so far that can go. Next up, we have... Looks like some LED strip lighting. We've got a VGA to DVI adapter, which is very, very useful. We actually have to open this up because there's some things in here that I can't see very well. This is a... I don't know what that is. Garmin Vivo Smart. Is this a, is this one of those health tracker things? I mean, I'm not getting any younger. That'll help. It looks like we've also got some 3D printed 2.5 to 3.5 inch adapters. Those are very, very useful. We'll set those here. Next up, also, by the way, Rel, if you're watching, this is really well packaged. Thank you so much. I have to admit, a lot of the stuff that we talked about, I don't remember. Oh, hey! This is a Vivitar action camera. I actually already have one of those, or one of these, but I think mine's a lot older. They have the same water-resistant case here. Got a battery. This is actually pretty cool. I've always wanted to do action camera style stuff. I don't know if we're going to get the chance to do this on the second channel, which has not had as much love as I should have given it, but this is really cool, especially with the, I think this is a handlebar mount for it. Oh, that is good. Rel, thank you. That is cool. We have, it feels very light. Wait a minute, that's a CPU. I see Ryzen on it. What is this? A Ryzen 7 1700X. Hey, this is really cool. This is super useful. I have plenty of test CPUs, but this can actually go into a donation computer. This could be a final build style CPU. This is awesome. Thank you so much. This also helps us with the old Promontory boards that only support the first generation of Ryzen. Oh my god, Rel, thank you so much. Next, very strangely shaped one. We have... Ooh. I think this is a PTZ security camera. This is very, very useful. I don't quite Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. This is an extender, which goes like so, and then this can be plugged in right at the top. I am going to use this. Oh, Rel, you are a... Oh, you're... I don't even know what to say. Thank you so much. Set that off to the side where I won't break it. But there's more. Rel, thank you. Very well packaged. Oh, hey! An HD 7770. This is a legendary card, just like the 5770. This is still useful today if it's the higher 2 gig version. This is the 1 gig version, but that's still okay. This will be used in some of our more vintage builds, or this could be used in a computer where someone isn't doing super awesome, ultra, mega Fortnite gaming. So this is useful, especially because it has HDMI out. I don't have a lot of mid-range cards with HDMI out, so this is very, very useful and will go to a good home. Next, a USB Wi-Fi receiver. Says long range on it. Oh, there's 2 of them. Oh, nice. We're going to give these a shot. Not today, but we might be able to start getting internet down here. That would be incredibly useful for me. That would help a lot. Holy cow. Just a couple more things from Rel. This feels like another graphics card. I think Rel told me everything that they were going to send, but here we are, I forgot. Oh, I was very wrong. This DDR3 probably? No. This is DDR2. These are 2 gig. Oh, the bottom is a 2 gig stick top, so 1 gig stick. These are useful. I have a lot of DDR2 systems. This is... It's DDR2. Looks like these are 1 gig mod... Well... Oh, no, this is a wide variety of RAM. Okay, the first one's DDR2. I see more DDR2. I see some... Looks like DDR1 towards the end. And... no, that's SD RAM. It's got 2 notches. Oh! Rel! Oh, you monster, you're enabling me in my vintage builds. Oh, thank you. That is cool. One more. Oh, yes! I remember this. We talked about this. So this is a super cool wireless access point / router. And these have a couple of really cool things about them. The first thing is, I believe Rel said that this already has open source community software on this. I think it's like OpenWRT. Don't remember the exact terminology, but I already have long-range, high-gain antennas for this. Number 2 is some of these just have like, what are they called? Mini PCI cards in them, or sorry, oh shoot, those ones that you used to stick into the side of really old laptops. Can't remember what they're called off the top of my head, but these are very cool. Rel, thank you for everything. Oh, but surely you didn't think that was all. Oof. We have a couple of more donations. We have this PC. Actually, there's so much packing material. I just got this last night, Friday night. Oh, I sold a Windows XP machine a while ago, and ended up talking with the guy. Super, super cool dude. He ended up watching my videos, and here we are with a couple of very, very useful donations. These are full working PCs. In this one, I believe he said there's currently an A6. We're talking, I believe, socket FM2. Yes. So, pretty decent build here. I'm not sure why the CPU cooler is drafting downwards, but you know what, that's fine. So there's no storage in here, I believe, but this is a pretty darn good system. And he gave a couple of other CPUs to go in this system to enable Crossfire with the onboard graphics. So we will be trying that. And as such, he actually gave us a lot of graphics cards as well. Let me grab them. these are the ones that I want to try with the system, and this is also the bag that the CPUs came in. He gave us a couple of these XFX graphics cards. I believe they're 5000 series, HD 5000, but I could be wrong. They might be older or newer. We also got an AM3 CPU in there, as well as a couple of FM2 CPUs. This is another socket FM2 board. It's basically the same board that I had in one of my first gaming machines. I can pop that into just about any case and have a usable PC to donate. So, I really can't thank this guy enough. I mean, he donated a grand total of 3 fully, well, just about fully built PCs, and a motherboard, and even more, as you're about to see. So let's take this off to the side. He donated this as well. Now this I'm not going to open up, but he said that in here, under this Hyper 212 Evo, I'm hoping this isn't going to just reflect all the studio lighting I've got, is a FX 4000 series. I think it's just an FX 4300, but it might be a 4350. I'm not super sure on that. He told me what this card was. God, what is this card? I don't remember what that card is, but it's a very chunky graphics card, so he literally told me what it was. Oh boy, we're gonna have to rediscover it. But he did give us a upgraded CPU for this system as well, so I am looking forward to building that, testing it, and then seeing whose day we can make with this as a giveaway. The last full system he donated, was this Dell. Now this might not seem like much, it is just a Dell, but this has a 6000 series i5 in it, I believe. And that is not bad at all. We can throw a graphics card in here and have a fairly modern system to be using. So this is incredibly useful, and I think that I know who's going to get this. But wait, there's still more that he donated. I mentioned in one of my previous videos that I never had one. Here it is. GTX 970. Oh, this is a fantastic card, even today, and I actually prefer the blower cards because I can use this in a more tightly cramped case and use this as an exhaust. These are very, very useful cards. And the 970? This can still play games even today. So we're going to put this back in its protective housing here. Anti-static bag, and set this carefully off to the side. Now he also donated a couple of not super crazy stuff, like this 10100 switch, which is still useful, especially if I get networking out here, and this microphone, which, I mean, it might be better than what I'm currently using for voiceovers when I have to do those. So, still very, very cool. He also donated a couple of sets of speakers, just USB ones. Well, this one's actually USB powered, but still uses a 3.5mm jack. Those are useful for when I give away computers because a lot of people don't have their own speakers. So that, very nice. He also gave this R9... Oh, that's what it was in that other PC. It's an R9 290X, I believe he said. I have always wanted one of those. This is an R9 380. Still a fairly decent card. It's not going to blow you out of the water, but it'll get the job done, and you can still play modern games on this card with 4 gigs of VRAM. So this is a very nice addition to our potential donation collection. This one, I'm probably going to have a little fun with first, though. He also donated about 100,000 different keyboards and mice. I don't want to go through every single one of them because, I mean, quite frankly, I thought this was going to be a pretty quick video, but just the donations themselves are kind of pushing us towards running out of time, so... Whew! All of you out there, thank you. This is Gotta put that where it's not going to fall off. I mean, this is crazy. You guys are generous. And I appreciate that, because your generosity enables my generosity. So, I suppose we're going to have to find a case for this and get on with video. And finally, here we are. This is what we pulled out of that Juniper. Let's get this heatsink off, do a little cleaning. It doesn't look that bad, actually, so I don't even think I need to bust out the blower. Let's just get this popped off and see what we've got under here. Oh yeah, the chipset's Intel. Of course this is going to be a Pentium 4. Oh, this has to come all the way off. Okay. I have never seen a cooler quite like this before. Oh. This one's got some rust on it. Interesting. Now, I have Pentium 4 coolers. I don't know where they are, but we're going to stick with... Oh! Well, it is a P4, or at least it's net burst. Let's get that cleaned off. Let's see what we have. Is this a Celeron? Yes, it is. A Celeron 2.5 gigahertz with 128 megs of cache and a 400 megahertz front-side bus. That is an early socket 478 CPU. So we're going to have some performance deficits because of that. Now, I don't want to really put anything into this build, so we're not going to replace that CPU. We're going to keep it as is. Of course, well, we're going to put fresh thermal paste on it, even though that stuff actually felt pretty fine. So let's go ahead and squirt that on there. Throw this back. Oh, actually, no, we've got a nice little mat of junk there, but overall, this is actually reasonably clean. That's probably all we need to do. Now, this blower fan exhausts here, so we're going to point this at the chipset. None of these capacitors appear to be bad. That is very unusual, honestly. So let's get these back on. What a strange design. But you know what? I'm sure it's fine. And there we go. That's tightened back up. Now we do have some limitations on this board. I think this would have solidly existed in the AGP era, but obviously we don't have an AGP port. I mean, they didn't need anything for graphics. This is a pretty basic system. But of course, we want graphics. So, I think what we're going to do is we are going to try whatever this is. I do not know what this is. This was donated to us by someone else. It says 512 on it, so this might be like a GeForce 6200. That would be nice. But it's probably an FX 5200. Now, we are limited to PCI, so this is PCI. We're going to use this. Power supply. I didn't want to try that power supply in the old Juniper because it is a very, very old power supply and likely the reason why the firewall didn't turn on. Well, I guess technically we don't know that. Let's grab a power supply. Doesn't matter which one. Yeah, sure, we'll grab this old Seasonic here. Just to be safe. I don't know where I got this Seasonic. I think this might have been a donation. It's a 300 watt power supply. That's more than we need for this system for sure. That took a while to turn on, but the voltages look rock solid. Let's do a little test. I'm going to connect a hard drive to this. Voltages still look absolutely phenomenal. Let's use this one. Now, obviously, I would like to use a SATA SSD or something like that, but you know what? This might just be our ticket. This is a 40 gigabyte Seagate Barracuda. Nothing special. In fact, it's kind of junk. But more than anything else, I think it works. So let's go ahead and get this disconnected. Well, this is about 90% of our system. So I think what we're going to do real quick is just give it a test to see if it even functions. Because all up to now, I've been assuming that this board works. Let's get this separated, however that happens. Oh wow, that doesn't actually come off, it just folds out of the way. Fair enough, I guess. We just want to see if it turns on. So let's move it over here. We'll get ourselves a monitor. We've got onboard VGA, but no sound. So we might also need a sound card. We've got a Sound Blaster Live around here somewhere, I'm sure. Let's plug this back in. Okay. Now, where's the front panel connector on here? That's a good question. But first, let's actually reorient. Oh, it turned on by itself. It works. The CPU fan doesn't. The CPU fan isn't plugged in. Okay. It just looked like it was. Ugh. That's loud. I knew it was going to be loud, but that's quite loud. Now, it did say CMOS, you know, we've got a bad battery. That's not unexpected, so let's go ahead and pop this out. This is a... Oh, this is a Toshiba. Let's replace it with a Toshiba. Got ourselves a replacement battery here. That is very loose. But you know what, it's fine. Replacement CMOS battery. Let's get some more RAM. Yeah. Everybody likes RAM. I don't know what that is. I mean, it's DDR1, but I don't know what that is either. You know what? Let's just try those. Pull out our PC2100 RAM. That is very slow DDR1. But this is an old system. These might not work. But it's worth a shot. Now, if I flip that power switch, is it just going to turn right back on? Yes. Give us a screen. We've got a screen. Oh my god, how much is this? This is... Oh. 2 gigs. These are 1 gig. This has 2 gigs of RAM now. Okay. Wow. That's more than this system needs, but we'll keep it. Okay, let's quiet that down. Jeez. Now let's test it with a graphics card. Put our RAM away. We do need to prop it up. Just like so. Now let's see. What do we have? Yeah. I don't even know if this card works. It might not. We don't have a screen, but this system could be set to only use the onboard. Yep, there we go. Okay. We're going to have to get into the BIOS, which means I need a keyboard. Hey, you know who gave us a ton of keyboards? Do we have one that isn't RGB? Yes. This might still be RGB. I don't know. It's a cool keyboard. Here we go. This Max Hunter. We're going to hunt through the garbage is what we're going to do. Now, I don't even know if this system's going to work with a USB keyboard, but I'd like it to. See what happens. We're going to try, you know what, we're going to adjust the camera to only face the screen, because we know the system will turn on. Wow, that is not a quiet system. Okay, 2 gigs, delete to enter setup. This is an RGB keyboard. Darn. Okay, standard CMOS. Initialize display first. PCI slot. There we go. Save and exit. Yes. Now we move our VGA to the card, and we hope like hell that we get a display. Nothing yet. But I also don't have a keyboard yet, so huh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Like I said, I do not know if this card actually works. We've got keyboard. No display. Huh. That's not a good sign. Let's go ahead and move this display, this VGA, back to the onboard. Let's Control-Alt-Delete, back to the BIOS. Keyboard isn't working. Okay. Well, either this card is bad, which is a possibility. I'm gonna just wiggle it in the slot a little bit, see what happens. This will be our last try. Oh no. Well, it's the card's on. Oh, I don't think this card works, everybody. Whoopsies. That's a shame. Let's give it another chance. We'll reboot real quick. Power cycle. Well, I could power cycle it, but we're just going to use Control-Alt-Delete for. Yeah, I don't think that's working. Shoot! I did catch something. I think this is a tie-in Tomcat board, which is kind of interesting. So this is bad. Let me go grab a different card. Alrighty then. I'm back. Now, I believe this is actually the hard drive that came out of the system, and 40 gigs is fine, especially because it's free. But I happen to have this 160 gig one. No idea if it works. But I have also brought several, don't want to get this mixed up, several other cards. I have an Asus sound card, of some sort of Zonar DG. I know this works, but it does have bulging capacitors. Then I've got this Sound Blaster Audigy LS, and whatever this is, a Creative Labs CT4810. Probably going to use this because it's easy. Then we've got, in order of best to least, an FX5200. I know this one works. Then we have a Matrox G450. I know this one works, but it is weaker than the FX5200, significantly. Then we have this Radeon 9200, which I'm pretty sure doesn't work. So for the sake of sanity and keeping this video as short as possible, we're going to go ahead and try the FX5200. So let's pop this in, just for sanity, and make sure that it does, in fact, work. So, survey says. Survey says we're good. By the way, I do not have a lot of PCI graphics cards, so if anyone has some extra that they're willing to toss my way, that would be fantastic. I run into this sort of system all the time, where there's no AGP or no PCI Express, and PCI is my only option for a graphics card. So please, if anyone has any, super, super useful, and I need these all the time. So, obviously we're not going to boot from anything. Let's see if the system will post with this mystery CT4810 Sound Blaster. I think it's just a Sound Blaster 16. But let's verify that. I do like it when when systems post. We're good. Okay. So with that said, we have our basic system here. Let's get a case. And I think I know exactly which one to use. Let's take these, get them out of the way. Not you. Well, yes, you, but I'm going to put you in a separate location so I don't mix you up. And by that I mean I'm going to stack you all together and mix you up. So, what next? Do I have a IDE cable up here? I do. I have a couple. This system came with a really strange IDE cable, but it was sticky and I didn't want to use it. So let's... That's right, we were going to look at a case, but I kind of want to make sure that the hard drives work first. So let's see, here's our IDE. We are going to try and get away with not using a optical drive. But let's see, how is this tied up? Oh, reasonably. Let's see if maybe this already has something on it. Okay, survey says, I don't know about this one, I don't even feel it spinning up. Wait a minute. No, that's just this. I don't know if this one is going to work. Oh no, it's spinning. It's just really, really well balanced. Okay. If this has anything, it's probably going to be Windows XP, and Windows XP does not like being moved around between systems. Disk boot failure. Okay, that's not going to work for us. So, I don't know which of these hard drives we're going to end up using, but like I said, probably a full couple minutes ago by this point, let's look at the case we're going to use. And yes, I am going to be keeping this cooler because, well, it was free. Oh yeah, I've got coffee. So what we have is this DIY PC case. It is a full ATX case, So we will be putting a slightly smaller motherboard in here than what it would usually have. But it was free. One of my friends, I don't know if he found this case or if he was just retiring this case, but he hates these, and he was going to just throw it out. But then he remembered, oh yeah, Matt's poor. I wonder if he wants this case. And I said, hell yeah, because I don't have a lot of cases. So let's... Oh, this is actually kind of a nice case. It's a shame what we're putting in there. Let's get you in here a little bit better. Naturally, due to the nature of what this system was. Oh, hey, we've got that new pen. How do I... Is that reasonable? Or is that going to make it worse? I don't even have a really great way to fix this to anything. Never mind. I tried. Let's get our board in, at least. Oh, look at that, it's in. We're done. Kidding, of course. Let's see. Oh, I don't even know if we can... Oh, how am I going to affix a hard drive to this? There's no hard drive cage in the bottom. I didn't get that. Well, I don't think I have much of a choice. I didn't ought to be building in this, but it's the only micro ATX build I've got, or case that I've got. This was my personal sleeper build a while back, but it's currently empty. Ooh, free fan. So, let's get this stuff out of here, because we certainly won't be needing SATA. And funny enough, we're actually going back to the, at least, era of the original build that was in here. I don't know how well this is going to work with that bottom fan. Oh, no, we're good. More or less. Okay. We need some screws. On the plus side, being in this case should kind of quiet it down a bit. Now, I don't know about this fan in the bottom. Oh, this is a nightmare. Okay. Power button's connected. I do not care about anything else right now. So I've got USB here, and this motherboard doesn't actually have a USB header. It's all we've got is what's on the back, which is fine because it's got 4, which is actually pretty cool, and 2, I think, gigabit ports, maybe 10100. So, I guess we're good for case. We need this IDE connected. So let's get our drive in here before things get cluttered. Now, technically speaking, this is not where you would install a hard drive, but it will work. There's a little slide-out bracket at the bottom that I lost a billion years ago. So that is our hard drive in. One screw's fine. It's not going anywhere. This might be problematic, though. Okay, that's in, but I don't think it's coming back out. Whew, what a terrible, terrible build. Sound card. Because I do like myself some sound, we have to pop this out. Sound card's in. Graphics card. Oh, that's kind of loose. It's okay, we don't mind loose around here. That's that. At this point, I think it's just power supply. Oh, I really hope we don't need to use a CD-ROM drive. Oh, please tell me. That would require disassembling just about everything we just put in. There, wait, maybe. Go get in there. Oh. I hate working in this case. It is a... Oh. Oh no, the power supply. Why? It's got to come back out. Because of course it does. Okay, this needs to be installed upside down like that. Might actually be easier? Question mark? No. Will this work? Just barely. Okay, we're in. I have 2 screws holding the power supply, and that's all I care for right now. Let's get these untangled, more or less. This needs to be folded out, that's right. Okay. Oh, there we go, broke it. Perfect. Now, Molex for the hard drive, and the P4 connector. 4-pin CPU power connected. The rest of this we can just tuck in where the optical drives would go, if I had any. Oh, please tell me you all get that joke. Now I'm going to commit the ultimate sin. We're going to put the side panel on before we know the system works. And the reason we're doing that is because, I mean, to be quite frank, I just don't want to hear the CPU fan scream. So we're going to just leave that as it is and see what we can do. Okay. Let's see what we get. I want to see, number 1, if we can still post, and number 2, can we boot from the iOD ST300? Because if we can't, I gotta tear this thing all the way back down so I can install an optical drive. So we're gonna select Windows XP. And let's see what happens. Got a screen, that's good. So it at least still functions. Tie-in Tomcat i845GL. Okay. Juniper Networks. Boot from CD. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, perfect. You see, the iOD ST300 shows up to the system as a virtual CD drive. So the fact that it says boot from CD means we're working, plus the fact that setup is now starting. So, with any luck, that hard drive will be detected, and if that hard drive is detected, I'll see you on the desktop. Nope, absolutely not. Yeah, no. This is USB 1.1. I'm not touching that. Nope, absolutely not. It's been almost 25 minutes and we haven't finished booting into the installer. So what I've gone and done is I've grabbed this USB 2.0 card. I do not know if it works. We're about to find out. And yeah, so if this card works, cool. We'll install Windows, probably get our games transferred over, and then install the graphics card. Or sorry, install the sound card at the very, very end, because I don't have all night. This is crazy. So we're gonna go soundless for now. If this card doesn't work, well, a couple videos ago we did this behemoth right here, and there's a USB 2.0 card in there that does work. So we've got options. Oh. I'm just grabbing a PS2 keyboard. This is not working very well. Well, that's unfortunate. Now I gotta dig that beast out. Oh, this thing was heavy. I know it is. Come on. Oh. And there's still things rolling around in this case. Ugh. We're gonna just pull all the parts I think I can use. They don't need to live in here. Let's see if this works. I don't think this is gonna... Oh, no. Come on. Please. No. Oh, boy. Oh, this is gonna take forever. Oh. I think I have to get an optical drive. Damn. Okay, I need this. It is extremely important to check for these single header systems that your devices are set to cable select. Otherwise, they're going to interfere with each other. So I just double checked on the hard drive, and on this one, I believe just not setting a jumper at all should be cable select. So we should be good to go, in theory. Oh. I didn't put the graphics card back in. Whoopsies. Yeah. Just realized. If I'm going to use USB 2.0 to install something, I have to have the USB 2 card in there, which means drivers as well. So I kind of have to choose between USB and a sound card. So I guess if you're doing something similar, keep that in mind. You might want to use some USB headphones. And yes, 2 gigs of RAM is way more than this system needs. I don't think this is working. Shoot. I'm going to have to play musical optical drives for a little bit here. There is a second IDE controller. I'm stupid. And you know what? It's because I can. Let's go ahead and use it. Oh, that's so stupid. Wouldn't have to do this if if we had a... Then again, maybe I did need a jumper on that. But wouldn't have to do this if I had USB 2.0 that I could install from. Jeez. Does this one work? Ooh, that one's... Oh, this one's energetic. Okay, please. We're going to skip the memory testing. We know it works. Well, it recognizes it, that's good. I didn't see a boot from CD, so I don't know. Oh, there we go. We're good. Optical is still leagues faster than USB 1.1. I have saved time by doing this compared to trying to do everything on USB 1.1. I'd still be doing this tomorrow. And for the record, tomorrow's Olive's birthday, so wish her happy birthday in the comments below. She does read them. And I don't want to be touching any computer stuff on her birthday. I just want to do something nice for her. So Sunday is going to be an Olive Day, which means if this video doesn't come out tonight on Saturday, then might not come out till Monday. We'll see. Is it gonna... Oh, we might have a we might have a bad optical drive. We should have booted by now. What's this one? This one's not going to work anyway. Yeah, it's not working. Shoot! Okay, I do need a jumper on here for cable select. This is why I have this bin here. So somewhere in here I do... Oh, I think I already see one. I do. Jumper. So this one might work just fine. That should be cable select. It's the far left on this particular model. If you're following along at home with your own Juniper appliance, might be different for you. Get our IDE cable seated, plugged into power, grab our CD, and we'll see what happens. That little cable select thing might have been the only problem we had. We might have still worked on that that other cable. Come on. There we go. Do we at least see the drive? Yes. Yes! Okay. Now we can finally find out whether or not we can even use the hard drive. We haven't even tested the hard drive. We never got that far. This is... Oh. I'm going to clean up. And if you see me with a blue screen next, that means we can't use the hard drive. Otherwise, I will see you on the desktop. And here we are, finally with a little bit of success. It's gotten cold, so jacket time it is. In the meantime, we've really only got one question. Have we taken what was effectively e-waste, a junk, broken, old firewall from the early 2000s, and turned it into a gaming computer? Well, we've loaded a bunch of games on it. I suppose there's only one way to find out. I'd say that's a pretty good showing. Now, I will say that no, we couldn't get Flatout 2 to run. I suspect that's not a failing of this system specifically. I think that's a failing of the FX 5200 not having correct DirectX 9. So, there's probably something I could change in the settings, but I just didn't have time for it. All of home now. I need to get back up there and get this edited and released as soon as possible because it ain't happening tomorrow. So, I also did notice some very strange glitches from the walker clipping in Battlefront 2 and the AI, for some reason, just being awful. Sometimes I'd walk up and they'd start shooting straight up. I suspect that's a limitation of our CPU, which is one of the weaker CPUs available in Socket 478. I also noticed in Railroad Tycoon that every now and then, when I would go through a crossing, the entire train would just flip around backwards for a second and keep going. I, I don't know on that one. But, all things considered, I mean, that's a pretty good showing, especially for early 2000s. Especially for something I pulled out of the dumpster. So, I'd say that's a win. And with that, that's all we got time for today, folks. If you liked this video, a like would be appreciated. Consider subscribing if you want to see more videos like this, or if you want to see me freeze my butt off because it's getting cold. If you want to see behind-the-scenes content, including the making of this type of video, where I found these sorts of things, you can find that on my Patreon, linked in the description below. And if you want to help out with the channel, maybe send a few things our way, my P.O. Box is also listed in the description below. With that, thank you all for being so kind and helping donate, especially for that kid's PC. There will be an update on that very soon. But mostly, thank you for watching.